So, good morning once again. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, from wherever you're watching us from. It's my intentional parenting journey series once again this Monday morning, and we are super excited once again to have you join us. My name is Kuyamdwe Augustine. For people that don't know me, my name is Augustine. So just leave the first name aside. I am the TIP police. So today I'll be your anchor, and I'm very, very excited, just as you are, that our guest is already right here in front of us. Welcome here, ma'am, and we're so excited to have you join us this morning on my intentional parenting journey. May we know you, ma'am? Please introduce yourself.
Thank you very much. I am Mrs. Ifunanya Offordum, Lagos Yada. Thank you.
Ifunanya of Fordham. Okay, I was trying to get that name correctly. Lagos Yada, and your cohort is cohort 1G 2025 and 1F 2026. Welcome here once again,
Yeah.
ma'am, and thank you for joining us. We are live. We'll just go straight to the business of the day. So, ma'am, a quick one. How did you hear about the inner circle? How did you join us, and how long have you been here?
Okay, so this is my third year in Inner Circle. Actually, it's supposed to be my fourth year, but last year I didn't join. So I ran away and now I'm back forever and ever. So this is my officially my third year. And I got to know about Inner Circle in 2021. So I used to write on Facebook. I used to share about intentional parenting, not knowing that there is something going on already on intentional parenting. So it was one day that one of my secondary school classmates, she mentioned me on intentional parenting on Coach Wendy's page. She said that I should check out this woman. That it seems that things I write is kind of working with the same thing with what this woman was writing. And immediately I checked out Coach page. That was it. I didn't leave again. And coincidentally, it happened that that year was the year that they had TIP conference in Lagos at Sululere. And then I was very pregnant. I was 7 months pregnant, but I had to go. Immediately I went there. I just knew that this place is for me, and that was it.
And that was it. And since then, you've been here, and you are still here. Well, we're hoping we keep being here for a longer time to come. Ma'am, so tell us, how has the inner circle changed? You said before joining, prior to your joining, you used to do things on parenting, you writing stuff maybe on the blog, on social media, till someone told you, look, there's somebody that's doing something similar. And what she says, our opinion of parenting aligns with what you think. So that brings me to the next question of asking. So before you joining the inner circle and the whole thing that happened between that period and now that you're already in, how has it changed the parenting game for you, man?
When I was writing, I didn't know anything I was writing, sha, but I just knew that there is a better way to do this parenting. I was just a new parent. I just had two kids then, and with my first child being a special needs parent, a special needs child, and all that. So I was just like, there should be something about this parenting, like the Holy Spirit was trying to. I didn't know that he was trying to connect me to the Ndaboski of all the parenting until my friend mentioned me on, on Coach Wendy's page. So since then, it's been amazing. People that follow me on my social media page will know that since I met Coach Wendy, my it has been transformation all around. As in my life has transformed.
Your life has transformed. So these are the things you get from the inner circle transformation. We started this series. It's 29 days. We've been here from September 1st, and it's going to run till November 30th. So one of the things you pick out, if you keep following us from day one till this day being the 29th day, you will hear transformation transformation, transformation. It being from one transformation to the other. So it's not, coach will always say, all these people can't be wrong. It's not possible. When one person said it, the other person has to say it. And if you are still doubting, something coach say it is only fools that doubt proof. If you are still doubting, well, just keep listening. We still have between now and November 30th. If at the end of November 30th, you are still doubting that the transformation is actually happening in the inner circle, then, well, till then, I don't know what will happen to you, but till then, but do not doubt. You've seen and you've heard all that people have been coming in to say. These are people that it has transformed them. They've seen it. They are witnesses to the things that happens in the inner circle. Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing that very interesting story. Aside parenting, ma'am, one of the things people talk about while we have them on this platform is that, okay, when they joined the inner circle, they came to change their children, only for them to come in, and the first thing they hear usually during our induction on December 1st, the first thing you hear is parenting is about you. So when people hear that parenting is about them, they be like, "Ah, I don't understand what is going on here." But if you keep staying and staying, coach will say there's a staying power. When you have that staying power on the long run, you now see, this thing is not about me. Oh. It's not about my children. It is me as parents first. And you find out that you came for parenting, you end up learning other things that are aside the parenting you even came for. Also, while you are being transformed in your parenting journey, you are being transformed in your marital life, people are being transformed in their businesses. So that brings me to the next question, ma'am. Aside parenting, which of course that's what you like, most people that join us, they come in to hear about parenting. At the long run, so many other transformational stuff happens in their lives. Aside parenting, ma'am, what other areas would you say inner circle has transformed you?
Hmm. Like you said, parenting is about is about me, not even my children. So I am in inner circle today because of me, not even my children. Because the 1 year I stayed away from inner circle, I knew what made me to come back again. So it's not even about my children. My children is even secondary aspect. Now coming to myself, I joined the inner circle when I needed it the most. Like, like a first time mom having a child diagnosed of cerebral palsy, and it was as if my whole world was crashing. You get so, and I had my second child, and I'm someone that is I've always been a high flyer. I graduated with 2-1. I wanted to do my masters. I wanted to do so many things, but when my child was diagnosed of cerebral palsy, and being that I was a first time mom, the whole thing was too much for me. Okay, so I was like, what is going on? I was angry. I was so many emotions. But then coming into the inner circle changed everything for me. I got to understand that okay, this is my reality. I can't run away from it, but then there's a way I can navigate and I will be fine and everything will be fine. So personally, being in leader circle is about me because it changed my life. It helped me to turn my pain into gain. So being a mom, I started sharing my stories on social medias. Like if you mention my name now on Google or anything, you will just see advocate of cerebral palsy and all that and all that. So it just transformed me personally. What was meant to stop me was what I converted to my stepping stone. So and I got greater percentage of that from inner circle because when coach will talk, she's always consistent. And I was like, who is this woman? This woman is always here, she's doing that, she's doing that. I was like, if coach can do this, me too, I can do this too. I just need to be consistent and all that. So personally, it's just transformed my life. Then even in my marriage, it was that year that it was my 5 years anniversary when coach was always talking about self-care. You can do this. I told my husband, see, oh, this is our 5th year in marriage. You have to, even though our kids are small. Then I had my younger sister with me. I say we need to stay away from the children, even if it's just 2 days, just both of us and all that. And it's changed a lot in my marriage. And since then, we've been holding that tradition. Once is our marriage anniversary, we just zoom off and just go and have fun and come back. So marital, it just changed personally. It transformed me. Then in parenting, oh God, when I have 4 children, and all of them, they are just under 7. So I had almost all of them back to back. But you will never know, because I'm not everywhere yelling, I'm not everywhere shouting. With the strategies, with the tools, with the knowledge, before a child do one or two things, you already know what is likely to happen, how to handle it and all that. So it has been all round transformation. And because of Inner Circle, I started selling children learning resources from home, and the business has been going on very well. And because of Inner Circle too, because of Coach Wendy, I was able to author a book last 2 years. This is my book, Navigating the Challenges of Raising a Special Needs Child. So I'm able to, even though I'm still a stay-at-home mom because of my baby, I've enrolled in so many courses. I'm currently doing my postgraduate in education. I've done professional diploma in caregiving, professional diploma in special needs education, all from home. So because of Inner Circle, it has transformed as in 360 degrees. I will not lie.
360-degree. Is somebody catching that? Inner Circle has transformed Mrs. Offordum 360 degrees. So when you hear these stories, like I said, when you hear these experiences, these impactful stories, it's not just to for the sake of you hearing, it's to encourage. Somebody reached out one day and said, look, the person that did that my intentional parenting journey in the morning, that I am joining because of what the person has said. So it also motivates. It also gives you that feeling of, okay, if this thing is transforming this person, it definitely will transform me as well. The key word there is transformation. You don't come to the Inner Circle and leave the way. In fact, people that come in, you can hear from Mrs. Sofodu. She came in 3 years ago. She stopped at some point, but deep down, something was telling her, no, you cannot do without the Inner Circle. You need to go back. And she had to come back. And of course, on her return, you can hear a whole lot of things that have happened in her life. She's been able to pursue her academic careers. She was able to establish a business. She was able to write a book. She was able to do a whole lot. All right. So, and one of the things coach will always tell you is that once you enter the inner circle, right? You can never borrow. People borrow to join, yes, because the inner circle, like I said, it's more than parenting. All right. Once you come in there, you have your mind will be blown open to do things that you thought, this thing, can I do it? Can I not do it? And that self-doubt is what the inner circle removes from you. Another thing she spoke about is calm. How she's able to stay calm, not being everywhere compared to before she joined. Because I still believe there are people that when we talk about calm, people don't believe, or maybe they just believe, but they don't really know that you can parent, with calm. You can parent without having to be everywhere. You can parent and then relax and watch. Once you put structure, system in place, you can relax and watch it grow and watch it grow step by step. And it is inner circle that can give you this kind of structure and give you this kind of system. Now, ma'am, Ben mentioned, having a special needs child. So, one of the things we heard about people, parents with special needs child when they come to the inner circle is that I just want to know whether you have a similar experience or maybe a different one that people with special needs children, because once you're a special needs children, they require, maximum and specialized attention. Some people, some parents don't even know how to go about it and all that. Some of them, it was when they came into the inner circle that they now say, okay, the inner circle has been able to give me this, has been able to give me that. And even with my special need child, I am not struggling. I am not having to, running about, having to do what I'm supposed to, because the things are there. So, ma'am, how has the inner circle program, helped you to structure how you bring up your special needs child in comparison to the rest of the children?
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Okay, so in that aspect, it's been so amazing because my own special needs child, my child, he has cerebral palsy, and on the level, it's his own is on level 5, so he's completely dependent on us for everything. So it has not been an easy journey, and this year he's 6 years. So, and on a normal, my emotions are constantly on the line because some days he cries, he can cry like 4 consecutive days non-stop. You do everything, he vomits, so much to handle. And then I have other 3 kids after him. So, and it was because of inner circle that even people, when they see me, they don't know that I have a special needs child, except from the stories I share and all that. All, and they don't even know the how severe his own is until some of my friends, when they come to the house or when they see us as the physical, they'll be like, what if Naya? I don't understand. How are you able to do all these things? And nobody, you are not even like Nigerians would say, you are not looking like what you are going through at all. I'm not looking like what I'm going through. It doesn't mean that we are not facing challenge. Sometimes it gets scared, I will cry, I'll do all that, but then you won't see me running kata kata kiti. No. With emotional intelligence course, I do not miss that for anything. Even when the year I was not in inner circle, I still had to enroll because I need to have my emotions up here for me to be able to do the work well and then handle my other kids, and then of course I don't have to put my life on hold because of him and all that. So inner circle, especially the emotional intelligence course, has been helping me so much to be able to regulate my emotions so well, and then be able to navigate the journey and other things very, very well.
Emotional regulation. One of the most important things that we need to have as a parent is those children. They will try you. They will press your buttons. They'll do a whole lot of things. That's why some parents find it very, very difficult. It's just that what they do is the direction the child emotion goes, that's where the parent goes. Wherever the child switch them to, that's where they go. That is simply lack of emotional intelligence. But once you get to that point of having that emotional intelligence, you see that even with the way the children throwing tantrum and a whole lot of things that's happening here, you're able to stay calm. You're able to stay footed to say, look, I got this covered. Look, I have this. These are just the things and more that the inner circle gives you. People that, parents that, when they come in with a whole lot of waking up in the morning to prepare children for school, most people don't believe they can do that in a very calm way. They believe, okay, they need to do it in a, that commando style. When they wake up, you stand up, you do this. And they also believe that if they don't do it like that, that the only language those children understand at that point is, they don't like peace. It's just that you have to give them the way the thing comes. And by so doing, those children, they just imbibe that. But you can also see a comparison of two families where another one is doing that, and another one that is in the inner circle is saying, look, we can have this under control. Look, people can wake up, children can wake up with joy, with everything as calm as they can, and still go to school without having to, do all the fights and all that comes with early morning, school preparation and all that. It is the inner circle that gives you that stability. It's the inner circle that makes you think, look, this thing is possible. I can do it. Parenting with calm is possible. So even with a parent with a special need child, yeah, a whole lot is involved. But you need partner, you need accountability, you need people that you look up to and say, look, this person has done it, I can do it. And the person that did it, not because they did it, because you can, just like you can copy the good thing, people can also copy the wrong ones. Maybe people use other, methods that are not really giving them the results per se. You find out that they also have disciples that will use that same, once they use that same method, and all of them just form a clique. But you see another person saying, look, this thing is being done calmly. I have done it. It has worked. This is where I am. And this is where I got the strategies, the technique, the structure to make it work. And also, you will see it work if you do the comparison between this and this. And in this particular scenario is the inner circle that gives you. Once you see children, we usually say something. Once you see children of inner circle parents, it's very easy to identify. It's easy to see, look, your mother or your father or your parents are in the yard, right? You see them. And when you see a gathering of them, you know that, okay, these are children of intentional parents. Now, ma'am, one of the things we also like you to talk to us about is, reading. Some people come to the yard once. We usually tell people once, like the new, the incoming yarders, we tell them one of the things we do here is reading. You must read. And at first, you see people fighting it, reading, 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 reading. Yes, it's also a thing. And inner circle has been able to put that structure to make it that you read, you don't just read for reading's sake. Some of us, we stop reading once we finish our degree. Okay, let's say NYC, we try small for NYC. Okay, read one or two. Of course, we need to teach in school, like most people that serve in school. It's because they read because they ended up serving in schools. So once they leave the NYC, reading ceases. But the next thing that reignites the reading culture in them is the inner circle. Man, that brings me to the question of reading. How has the inner circle been able to imbibe or reignite that culture of reading in you?
This one has to be the best of all the things that inner circle has done for me because on a normal, I love reading, but along the line, I stopped reading. Not like I stopped, but I wasn't reading like I used to read. But then when I joined the inner circle, in fact, at that ground, when I went for that TIP conference at Surrey, I bought, in fact, some of the books I bought, especially for my children. Then I was just pregnant with my second child, the third one ahead. But some of the books I bought for them, they've not even started, they've not reached the age to read them. I bought everything that I could lay my hands there. In fact, as a stay-at-home mom, I used all the money in my savings to. It was I even bought a TIP shirt and cap there on that ground. And then after I went home, I started Coach Wendy and registered before waiting for December. So after I joined TIP, that was when I now had to regain my love for reading. Like people that follow me on social media, they see what I do with reading. Even as I am doing my academic programs, I'm still reading. Like in a month, first of all, I'll read the TIP book, then I'll read my own self-developmental book, and then I'll top it up with another parenting book or any other book. So this year, I've read more than 20 books, even with the program I'm doing, and then with other things I'm doing. So my reading is I'll be like Coach Wendy is always reading. So why can't I read? Even in the nights when my children are sleeping, I'll just wake up. Sometimes even when my son is crying, I just want to remove my mind from what is happening. I'll just carry him, I'll just carry my book and be reading. So inner circle has just turned, and not just only me, my kids, my children, even the one that is 5 years, 4 years, all of them are reading. Then my husband niece that is staying with me, she just finished her SS3. On her own, she's because as I'm buying for everyone. As I'm buying for everyone. Currently, I have more than 30 books that I've not even read this year. So inner circle reading is a total is a game changer for me. It's brought my love for reading back and then for writing too. Thank you.
Okay, when you look at the screen, you can see your disciple there. That she is the one that fully encouraged me to join TIP. That's Ngozi Jacinta. So she's giving you a shout out.
Yeah.
So inner
Thank
circle,
you.
inner circle gives you that culture of reading. So one of the things we see in the yard is when parent comes in, we say you are going to read. It's a full blown parenting academy. All right, we're not running WhatsApp groups. We are running impactful groups. So when you are coming in, you come with that mentality to be impacted, to be transformed. It's the same thing we are saying when people comes in, you say, okay, you need to buy books. So some people will, are we going to buy books? Yes, you are going to buy books. Because one of the things we're also building you is that culture of reading. You say readers are leaders. You model. If you don't model for the children to see, aside school, what else do you want them to do? So the thing even starts from the house. You can hear what she said. She said it's not just her. Whenever she's reading, the children, some things are taught, some things are caught. While you are teaching, why that might be okay, why that is perfectly fine, some things need direct modeling. You model some of this, you don't just need to say it, all right? It's just from the things you do. Children picks from the things you do. As you are reading, they too are reading. Even they'll get to a point where you don't need to. That's the structure we're talking about that inner circle gives you. They'll get to a point that you don't need to say, hey, you are supposed to do this, you're supposed to do this. But because they know, okay, at this particular time, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And once that time comes, you will see them doing that. At that time, you must say you feel at ease. You won't feel the need of having to chase you. You need to do. Have you done the assignment? Have you done this? Have you done that? You will see that the things you've been doing, the things you've been modeling, the things they've been saying you do, they are now practicing this exact same thing. And then you can see the calmness that comes with it. You can see the relaxation that comes with it. You can see that you don't need to chase, you don't need to pursue, you don't need to. All those will be taken away, and you can now parent with peace and calm, as we say in the yard. So, this is a call to all our listeners, our viewers. If you are not convinced now, once again, well, we are hoping definitely you get convinced. Just sit tight as we keep rowing this boat. So, Mrs. Offordum, you've been in the yard for 3 years.
Yes.
Okay, okay. 2 years, you took a break, and then you returned.
No, 3 years I
So,
took a break, so it's supposed to be 4 years now. So 3 years.
oh, you took a break. Okay, 3 years. You took a break
Yes,
and came back. Okay, it should have been 4 years, but this is your third year, right?
yes,
Okay,
yes.
and you can see you already registered for 2026. So you are now finally completing your fourth year by the next cohort. You can see you are in cohort 1F already sitting 2026. So
We are frozen.
So, all right, Ma, I believe you are still here with us and you are enjoying the live section. So, Mr. Augustine will join us very soon. He's having
okay, sorry about that, ma'am. Can I be heard? Can you hear me? Are you still
Yes,
here?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. So I was asking one of those quotes, right? When you heard about, coach has made, and this, you felt, okay, this is about me. You personalize that, be like, coach has said a whole lot. People have said, okay, this has been my favorite, this has been my best, this has been my this has been my dad. So in your case, ma'am, which would you say is your, favorite? You can say one, two, we have thousands of them saying a particular thing to a particular particular person, which would you say is applicable to you as a person, man?
Oh, okay. I'll say my top three. I'll just go with three. My top three is number one is that parenting is about me and not even about my child. That one is because, like I said earlier, that I am here because of me, not because of my children. So this one is my favorite quote. And then second one is that how you do one thing is how you do everything. I love this one so much. How you do one thing is how you do everything because I've just checked through. I saw that this is true because if you are doing this thing very well, anywhere you are, they give you another thing to do. You still do it very well. So when you are doing the way, because I've also studied Coach Wenda, I see that inner circle. She's doing this one. When she's doing masterpiece, she's doing this one. When she's talking about the scriptures, I'll now be like, is it the Bible I'm reading that Coach Wendy is reading or another one? So that one, I just had to tell myself that how I do one thing is how I do everything. And because of that, that's what helped me to do a whole lot at once. I am running this program, I have my children, and at every time I have something doing. And then I'm able to do everything very well to an extent. So that one is a very good. And then the other one is that you don't need to master to be how does she say it? That you don't need to be talented in something, you just need to stay consistent. It was from Coach Wendy that I
Consistency.
learned the power of consistency, and my God, since then it's one good thing that I'll always be grateful for Coach Wendy because I found out that consistency, you don't even need to be a guru in this thing. You just need to be doing that thing consistently, and then mastery will come. Every other thing will come. So consistency is something that now I do not joke with it. On a normal, I'll just say on my own, I said I want to do this thing. So many things I can, and I'm just carrying it into different areas of my life. I can just say that I want to do this thing. I just want to see how consistent I will be. I'll start. For example, recently I just started doing water fast. I just say, okay, let me activate autophagy. I researched about autophagy, and they said I read about the health benefit and all that. Like play. I started with 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. Last, I did 9 whole days without food,
Wow.
just water. People could, in fact, I wasn't even hungry. I just had to stop because my husband was worried about me and all that. So, and I've been on weight loss journey, trying to hold people's hand and do all that because of consistent, because they've seen that I've been consistent for over how many years. I work out, I do my fitness, healthy lifestyle and all that. So consistency and how you do one thing is how you do everything, and parenting is about you and not about your children. So these three are my favorite quotes. Thank you.
Three are your favorite quotes, and that has indeed transformed the way you do things, especially the consistency. You know, one of the things we teach in the inner circle is staying consistent. There's what called could usually called staying power. You know, the problem with most people is, they will start something, they do it a bit, before they'll just drop it. Like self-care, for instance, one of the things you mentioned, self-care, where you want to say, okay, you want to be, taking water, like what you did once, do it twice, and they will just give up. They say no. But you found yourself in a system where consistency is key. You've seen this thing work, you've seen it in practice, you've seen it played out. And you say, like I always say, look, this thing works here, I can do it. And you attempted it, and it was a success. One of the things coach says is one thing I've watched her do is not missing her gym unless she's sick. She does this since I joined the organization, right? I've seen her doing this. In fact, even me as a guy, as a man, I play football. There are days I will just go, and someday I will not feel like going. But I remember somebody, I'm working with somebody that she will not miss her gym session for anything. If she can do it, this thing me I can do it. I've seen consistency work. I've applied in my own personal life, and it has worked for me. between that time and now, and even going forward, consistency is very, very important. So one of the things you gain in the inner circle is once you get in there, even the things you thought, am I the only one? Nobody's. You have what they call accountability partners, so that even when you want to, fall off the way, somebody will pull you by the hand and so yeah, we need to keep moving. We need to stay consistent. We have a task. You talk about accountability partner, that's what they do. Somebody picks you up and you must stay consistent. At the end of the day, we've seen people coming out here to say, look, it was this person's story that inspired me, it was this person that registered for me, it was this person that made me stay, it was this person. So there's always somebody that you look up to. And once you do that, you see the whole thing playing out fine for you. So, ma'am, still on consistency, I would like to know, and I believe the audience too would like to know. Now, you being consistent in the things you do aside your own personal, like in terms of self care and all that, out of the consistency you got in the inner circle has been able to make you stay and made you do certain things you thought, okay, like you mentioned being, very, very diverse in the things you do, you're able to do one thing or the other. Were you not at some point, okay, let me take the book you wrote, for instance, all right? You wrote a book, you authored a book. So I believe you didn't just put the whole chapters together. That's one thing people do. They have the vision. Okay, I want to do this thing. But along the line, and you discover that this person has started writing chapter one, and the thing will just stay there. Maybe by the time the person will now remember, I had a book to write to, it'll be 3 months later, 6 months later. So how does this consistency help you in the book you author, in the business you're running, and even within your own family?
Okay, so about how it has helped me is that from what I observe, coach, like the way she drops a voice note for us every day at 6 a.m., all the things she does at a particular time, she doesn't miss weather, rain, even when her best friend died, her uncle died, she was still carrying on the activities of the inner circle and all that. So I've been able to observe her very well, and I saw structure. So, and I even when I was writing this book in 2023, I was very heavily pregnant, and I was also doing my professional diploma in special needs education. Then, yeah, it was a whole lot. But then, with structure, I was able to finish the writing, publish it, launch it, and all that. Because I found out that if I'm doing one chapter today, if I'm just waiting for the day I will be in the mood, that means I won't do that thing. So because of that consistency, I'll just know that when this is my waking up time, or this is my writing time, 1 hour plus, whether I feel like writing or I don't feel like writing, I must go there, so that that consistency will be there. Once you build that structure, it will help you, because I've seen coach now is working for her, and I said, let me replicate, and through it's working. It's working. So that structure was is what is helping me to stay in that consistency lane.
One of the things we say is with the work and it they show. It means there is no how you put in the work that you won't see the results. We've heard from people, and we are still hearing and will still be hearing people that have put on the work and it's been working for them. It could be in form of accountability, it could be in form of consistency, it could be in form of anything, it could be in form of, you know, whatever. The thing is, once you stay, you have the staying power. All right. Once you have the staying power, you also see playing out. So you cannot be just like you said, all these people coming out to say, on this journey every morning, all of them can't be wrong. And at the same time, you can't be consistent and they think, no, it's not possible. It's not possible. You've seen people do it, it's worked for them. It's just same method and apply the same thing, and you have the same results. So, man, thank you so much for sharing. I'm really, really enjoying your session, and I hope my audience, viewers alike, are also enjoying. So, we move forward, ma'am, to the next question. So, being in the inner circle, you've said a whole lot of things, And but before you join inner circle, what it is, because there are people, they'll be like, what is going on here? What are they doing here? Some people believe that parenting, once I am married, give birth to children, parenting automatically starts. What would you say as, this is the mental I used to have before? All right, maybe you were lucky enough to start, I don't know how you came about it, but you started writing one or two things about parenting. But even before then, how did you see parenting? Were you in that WhatsApp group, of people that think, okay, it's parenting is just there. Once I have children, or how do you say God is God that parents children. Do you think, or do you feel God parent children? Or do you think before even you started writing about parenting and even having the idea of what it's about, do you think there is something that should have been done better that was not done?
Well, in that regard, I would say I had some parenting advantage. So my dad, um, I'm very close to my dad. I'm more close to my dad than my mom. So, and there are some things that my dad did raising up that he did a very good job, I must say. And my reading and writing skill I got from him, and so many things. So then growing up, I was like, okay, that if my dad was able to influence me this much, that means that a whole lot should be about parenting, that a whole the way a human being's adult turns up, that greater percentage of it should be linked to parenting. So I was now growing up, I like I said, I always love reading. So I've been reading, I've seen books on parenting and all that, but I couldn't place my hand on that, as in the truth, the structure, the everything that one need. But deep down, I knew that there must be a way to do this thing very well. But I don't know. I don't just know how to go about it and all that until I now came across Coach Wendy. So that was.
Okay, so there's something coach, there's a Bible portion that coach like um, mentioning a lot. So they say the journey of the foolish wearied every single one of them because they do not know the way. So what that means is that in everything there is a way. It's just the person not knowing which way to go. We talk about parenting manual. So some people just believe once like I said, have kids, that is done. So the growth, the development, the biological growth and development, that will happen. But the physical development of those children, if the parent did not know, you cannot give what you don't have. Neither can you fetch from an empty drum. If you don't know as a parent, then definitely the children won't know. So what this means is that Mrs. Offordum, though she had a background, but she couldn't really place her hand. It's still one of the things that is still going on out there. People are there, they know, but just that they do not know, like just they don't just know the way. This thing they know, I know this thing is not supposed to be like this, but now that I know that it's not supposed to be like this, I still do not know what next to do. So what happened is that when they listen to programs like this, what it gives them is that what to do. They were there not knowing what to do. Now when they heard this kind of thing, when they follow, when they watch, when they listen to it, it gives them the that thing they were looking for. And once they come in, everything just align. Because once you come into the inner circle, one of the things you get is get the structure. In fact, when you ask or when somebody say what is the inner circle about, we can't explain it. The inner circle is the inner circle itself. Once you come in, right, you will see that this is what the inner circle is about. Maybe you come with the expectation, you say, we are the expectation. Whatever you expect, come in there. And once you come in, you're able to see for yourself. Look, in fact, most of the thing that you did not even know, okay, this was wrong. Okay, you just be carrying the mentality that everything is fine. But maybe through our books, through the webinars, through your interaction with people, you get to know, no, 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 this was not okay. There's something we usually say, we turned out okay. And the question will always be, were we really okay? So when you personalize it and you now look at it, no, 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 this I thought it was okay, but it was never okay because they did it then and it's worked kind of. Coach, you say you cannot parent a 21st century child with a manual of 1902, as the case may be. So what happened is that when you come in, we and when you look at the curriculum, it's always updated, always, always, always updated. These are the things that the inner circle gives you. So if you are still outside and you're listening to me right now, you look through the screen, you see the details right there. We are waiting for you. Join us. We are very much interested in your transformation. So if you are interested in your transformation, you should come. Once you get in there, what we usually say is that their induction is on the 1st of December for the 2026 cohort. Your money finishes that first day. So it means from the 2nd of December till November 30th the next year, you are just enjoying for free. Yes. So you come in there, you can take advantage of that 24-hour discount, secure your slot for a single person is 150,000. That's single by single. If you are joining as one parent, either the mom or the dad, it's 150,000, but you have a discounted fee of 120,000. I think this discount is ending anytime soon. Today is 29th already. But if you are coming as a couple, we are also encouraging couples come in as, come with your husband. When we say couple, we mean couple, husband and wife. So not couple, my friend and my friend. No, we mean husband and wife. You come in as husband and wife. The registration details is right there. So that couple slot is 250,000, but the discounted fee is 200,000, which is ending very soon. The slots are filling up. We are, as at this morning, we are in cohort 1K. That means we have filled A, B, C, D to J, and we're currently in cohort 1K for 2026. It means these cohorts are filling up real quick. And one funny thing is, once you come by December 1st, we started, we can't take you again. So it means you have to wait again till December 1st, 2026. It's a long time. Would you rather wait? Your children are growing every day, are growing every minute, are growing every second. Would you rather wait? No, if I were you, I would not. So why not just jump in? Let's do this together. Your transformation is very key to us. So, Mrs. Offordum, being in the inner circle, one of the things you mentioned is reading. You've read a lot, and of course, all our books are tailored to handle one parenting issue or the other. Because when it does not just write for writing's sake, all the books from Connect to Correct. In fact, from the title of the book, once you pick any of our books, you should be able to identify, okay, this one is talking about me. This one is talking about me. This one we're able to address one issue. So the books are tailored to address one parenting issues or the other. So, Mom, I would like to ask you, I want to believe being in the yard. Of course, if you are in the yard, you must read all our books now. So you can't be in the yard without reading. So, which of these books have you read, and which of them are your favorite that have really, it really touches and align with what it is that you say, okay, this is my best. Which have been your best read, ma'am?
Okay, I came with my best. So these ones are my best. So number one is this connect to correct. This
Connect to
one is
correct, yeah.
an amazing one. So I'll say that this one, I've found this one. In fact, I always read this one every year. I don't joke with it because my husband niece, she started living with us. She came, I think she came when she was in JS2 or something. So then I had to parent her now. So I started parenting her before my children. So I had to, first of all, connect with her. And she's about to enter the university now. And believe you me, the relationship I have with her, I didn't have it with my biological mom growing up. And all thanks to this book and Coach Wendy. It is not about correcting when she's at fault. You have to connect with the person first. So this book helped me to connect with her so much. In fact, I think last week I went to write the exam and I came back. There was something she shared with me. Hey, when she finished sharing the story with me, I went inside my room. I knelt down and hot tears were coming out from my eyes. I was saying, "Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, TIP." Because What she shared with me, I know that I can't share that kind of thing with my parents growing up. But this is someone that is
Oh,
not my biological child. But she couldn't have done that if she doesn't trust me, if I'm not connected with her. So this book will be my all-time favorite. This one, my all-time favorite. And then Raising the Girl with Sense. This one is even about me first before my children. Now, so I have three girls, so two biological girls, and then with my husband is making them three. So the four of us, this book is an amazing one for us. And then my other one is about these two, about discipline. It's very, very, I love the two so much because even my young children, before they do some things, they misbehave, I already know that, okay, this is maybe a developmental misbehavior, this is how to navigate, this is what to do. Even as young as they are just 4, 3. If any small thing, they'll just tell you every action has consequence, and every consequence has action, because that's the language we use. So I don't need to come and be shouting or come and be saying, I'll flog you, I'll slap you. No. The discipline that works, and discipline is not emergency, is helping us to take care of that one. So these three books are my top of the all the books. Thank you.
three top books you just mentioned. And if you're asking where you can get our books, you can get our books. We have quite a number of them, like I said, addressing one issue or the other. You can get our books from all our distributors in Lagos, if you're in Nigeria. We have distributors in all the major cities in Nigeria. You can get our books from any of our distributors. Just put in that comment section, and somebody, our main team, will reach out to you on how to get our books. And to series is called Discipline is Not an Emergency. We have quite a lot. This is the Connect to Correct, being one of our very favorite she just mentioned. Before you can correct, and we have Resolving Sibling Rivalry. You have those children that they always banter themselves, they don't always agree. You can stop it right now. There is a way, like we always say. The way is right here. Independence, raising independent thinking child. For your child to exist even without you. You don't follow your children to school. This book gives you what to teach them. That even when they are not in there, even when you don't follow them around, it's right here. We have raising the emotionally skilled child. Ms. Offordum speak about emotional, intelligence. It is here you will get it. The parenting advantage is right here. And we have the raising boy. Also, what she mentioned is raising girls. So we also, for those of you that will say, is it just girls? We have raising boys too. So raising boys and raising girls right there, you can get them from our distributors. We have solving family problems through effective communication. When there is an issue, how do you handle it? Via communication. And how effective is that your communication? This book will let you know how to love your child more. Most parents say they love their child, but still, that's just an assumption. It is this book that will explain to you, do you really love them? If you feel so, and what do you have to do? Read this. We talk about parenting manual. What manual are you using? In the inner circle, we have our parenting launch plan. This has been our manual. It will help you to create and structure everything. You can do it per child, and you can do it as a group. This book, whatever you need, is right in here. This is all for them. As we proceed to the end of this session, you've made mention of books. We talk about books. One other thing we do in the inner circle is the monthly and weekly webinars. So I believe you must have listened to quite a lot of them. And I would ask, which three would be your top three? Just like the books you read, have your top three best books. And of course, there are also webinars. So in the inner circle, what we do, we have weekly webinars. So these webinars, again, just like the book, they are tailored to, and they're exclusively for the inner circle. All right, we have the Tuesday Live, that's public, and you can't get just enough of it to Tuesday Live alone. Once you get to the inner circle, there are even more structured webinars. that is only for those in the yard. We've done quite a lot weekly. It happened every week. We called it our workers' meeting, where we get to meet once a week. So, Mrs. Offordum, please tell us which is your three topmost webinars so far.
Okay, my top, all the webinars are well, but my top three. Number one, the one that delivered me from almost, I'll never forget that webinar. The one that Coach Omolola did, Seasons of Life. How
Seasons of
that
life, yeah.
webinar that webinar got me at my lowest because at that point I had it up here. I was angry. I was to a point I was even transferring aggression. I was not like, why is my life in one place? I have a special needs child. I'm supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be there. Blah 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 and all that. But it was when I joined the inner circle after that webinar, I was not like, oh wow, so I was able to know that this is the season of life where I am now. So I am the this season of life. I want to use it to, okay, let me give birth to the number of children I want to have. Let me use it to develop myself. Let me use it to do that. And I stop allowing myself to be pressured over a lot of things. I just know that this is the season of my life I am in. This is my priority. And one thing about season of life is when you know your particular season of life, you know other things will stop disturbing you because you now know where to focus on. You know what your priorities are. Other things will just be empty noise. So the webinar helped me a lot. So I now knew that, okay, I've said that I'm going to use this number of years to do this and do that. And why I'm in this season of life, I need to be doing other things that will be preparing me for the next season so that when I want to transition, it will be very easy for me. So that webinar was my number one because it helped me to be where I am today and for me to be doing the things I'm doing now so that when I want to, my last child is just almost 2 now. So whenever I want to transition, I want to enter fully into my career on everything, it will be very easy for me now because I'm doing the things I'm supposed to be doing and I'm not pressured. Yes, like I always say, I'm the president of stay-at-home moms. I'm not ashamed of it because the things I've been able to do from here, you can't even imagine it. And one thing also is that I know that in this my season of life, I know my priorities. I know what I'm focused. I know the things I'm using at my advantage. You cannot be doing 9 to 5 and you have more time, quality time to spend with your kids than me that is a stay-at-home mom. There are some things that you can't do more than me. So everyone, when you know your season of life, you just know your priorities. So that one is my number one. Then my number two is time management. There was a time coach called it, he said essentialism over balance. That was what she used that year. I could never forget it. So it helped me to be able to do everything. Coach Wendy said correct. Thank you, coach. Thank you, coach. That one is my all-time favorite too, because it was able to help me to do, see, my 24 hours. Even my friends or people that follow me on social media, they'll be like, I don't understand if now you are doing every time you are reading. You say you are reading this book, you are reading academic book, you have young children, all of them are just under 6, under 7. You have a special needs child, only you. How are you able to do all this things? I say, it's structure, it's Coach Wendy. Ah, I'm not even hiding it. Or even this thing, I brought more people this cohort to join. Even my best friend, she's joined. In fact, she has already joined already. So I said, is structure. When you have structure, you know that 24 hours you can do anything you want to do. It was in a circle that I learned that I can do this one, I can do this one. If not, before you just be wasting your time. Even people that you are stay at home mom, you feel like 24 hours, before you know it, 24 hours will be gone. You are not able to achieve anything. But now with inner circle, I know I have my to-do list. Once I wake up, I journal. I know that this is what I'm doing today. If this thing is not in my to-do list or other things, they are just making noise, I will not add them except it's something that is important. So this one, essentialism, I know what is important at every point in time and I focus on it. Then my third one is honor as a skill. This is the first day coach gave that webinar. I was like, what is this? What is happening? And I started implementing immediately. Honor. Honor will open doors for you. Honor will, I was even telling my girl the other day, she said she did this one. I say no, just do what you have, just honor the person and go your way. Go your way. And the thing has been opening so many doors for me. And even in my relationship with my husband, I honor him. There are so many things that even the things that you know that men will not do ordinarily, but there's a way, like Governor Coach Kunle will say, you will market something. Just you don't need to come and be shouting up and down, you do this, you do that. No, just market it. Then finish it with touches of honor. Everything will be well. So these three are my top favorite webinars. Thank you.
Well, I'm sure if I ask for five, if I ask for 10, of course, Mrs. Offordum will give, giving. So, Mrs. Offordum, thank you so much for your time, for honoring our invite to be here today. As we begin to round up, ma'am, so what would you tell those that after hearing all this and that they will still be hearing even after today, but they are still not in the yard? What do you have to tell them?
Well, if you've been following my intentional parenting from day one till now, maybe or since last year, you've been saying you want to join, you don't want to join. I believe that today is the day to join. No, stop. Don't. One thing about it is stop overthinking it, because the more you're thinking it, the more one reason or the other will come up for you not to join. But one thing I assure you is that once you are here, once you enter here, eh, you will never, even if you want to go and borrow, like coach who said, yes, I believe it and I know it. Once you enter, except you don't know what you are doing, once you enter and you are implementing what coach is saying, you will see opportunities everywhere. You will not even borrow. You will not even borrow to join here again. You will see it was from this inner circle that I started my business. It's from here that I authored my book, that I am doing so many things. I'm even running weight loss program for women and they are paying. There are so many things you can do. So stop saying here is for you, not even for your children. So just keep your children by the side. Your children will be secondary. If you enter here, you cannot go outside. And even the 1 year, like people that want to come and go, don't do like me. Like the 1 year that I stayed outside, I knew what I knew what it did to me. That's why I said, ha, me, I cannot be outside this thing again before flood will come and carry me. So the year I authored this book, I was pregnant. I was running some program and I was able to do this, finish it because of structure. But you know, that year that I was not in the inner circle, I was writing my second book. I could not finish it because I lost in touch with coach and with the auction. So these things, coach has been given the mantle. So we need to just hold on to her. So just pay and join, please. And nobody will tell you. Once you enter, like they say, that first day, you know that your money has finished. Your money has finished. And 360-degree transformation, that is what I promise you if you enter here. Thank you.
360-degree transformation is what you are promised, and once you get in, you will experience just that. Thank you so much, Mrs. Ifunanya Offordum, for sharing your journey with us today. And we have to let you go now, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. Bye.
Bye, ma'am. All right, much has been said. Thank you so much for staying tuned to this moment. Much has been said about the Inner Circle program, what exactly it is that you are waiting for. You come in now, the door is still open. The door shuts completely on November 30th as we kick off for 2026 cohorts on December 1st, 2025. So what that means is that you have a very limited time. Don't wait, like she said, don't wait for the flood. Flood indeed is coming. Don't wait for it, because Once the doors are shut on November 30th, you can join, but it only means that you have to wait another 1 year to join. So while you're still at it, the 24-hour discount is still available right there on the screen. Make your choice now to join the inner circle. We can't wait to have you. And we hope you join us again tomorrow as we will have another person join us to share our journey. This journey are real. All right. All these people, they can never be wrong. It's not possible. They can't be wrong. So join us again tomorrow by 8 a.m. as my intentional parenting journey continues. I have been your host today. My name is Kuyandwe Augustine. I'm popularly called Augustine, and I am your TIP police. For those in the yard, I am called the TIP police. So I will see you guys again tomorrow at 8. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your day.
Common phrases in the inner circle. Let's go.
You're coming for an inner circle webinar and you're not with your yellow blanket with red trimmings. Is that even a joke?
Oh, I'm running and I'm not looking back because 10,000 lions are chasing me. I have watched all the webinars, but today, Coach came with a bazooka.
Even with my humility agbada, I still collected.
If you're not in the ark, you better enter now because flood na bia o.
In the inner circle, we dey walk and they show.
TIP police is coming for you. There is no need harness here.
You definitely cannot relate because you are not in the yard.
If you are not in the yard,
why not?